Hi everybody, Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. The intensity is always ratcheted up for a conference game. We expect a good one in this Sun Belt tilt. We've done all we can do here. Time to tee it up. Let's send it out to Brad and Kirk for the call. David and I will be with you at halftime.
Let's head down to the coin toss. It is brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste and 0 calories. Enjoy everything. Both teams have sent their special teams onto the field, and we're ready for the opening kickoff. And he got all of this one. Great kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Campbell's ability to throw the football has got everybody talking. Whenever he decides to turn pro, he might be a very good one, Kirk.
Brad, every quarterback at any level, the two things you have to see from them is decision-making and accuracy. And not only does he have decision-making and accuracy, he also has a really strong arm. And when you combine all those things together, it's no wonder that the people up at the next level are already taking a good, hard look at it.
It's second down, 7 to go. Ball on the 28. Here he goes. And he's tackled at about the 45. He kept it himself and picked up a good-looking first down.
Great execution and a good decision there by the quarterback.
Nice run up the middle.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
Second down, 4 yards to go. Ball on the 49. Runs it, and he stopped short of the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defensive line got such a good push up front that there was no one on the offense to account for the linebacker. And he got through almost untouched.
Run there, and he carried that one for a few yards.
You know, when you have a guy that can grab 5 yards or so consistently, it sure takes some of the pressure off the passing game.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 45. And he's leveled at the 46-yard line. Quarterback all by himself in the backfield with 5 wideouts. That's a great tackle at the 44. The quarterback gets a couple on the draw play.
This safety is as vicious a player as you're going to find. He will make the tackle every single time.
This is the 8th play of this drive. Delivers to the halfback on the screen. Tackle made right around the 36-yard line. It's going to be 4th and inches after that long pickup on 3rd down.
Boy, what a throw by the quarterback. Almost equally excellent catch by the receiver, but the defense topped them both by coming up with a stop.
Just a mental lapse, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Still fourth down.
Jordan got a chance to angle it away from the punt returner here. The punt goes out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Not much there on that opening drive.
I'm sure the fans are thrilled to see their guys come up with an early stop in this game. Let's see if the offense can give them something else to get excited about now.
Now the offense gets ready to take their first crack at it. And they make the stop right around the 10-yard line. The Mountaineers have a player that's up for national awards. It's all speculation right now. You can talk about awards after you win them. He's got to worry about playing this football game. It's second down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks. Noel on the right side, and they'll get him in the backfield. Off balance, and they can't connect.
You know, Brad, this is one of those plays where the quarterback just wants to apologize to the wide receiver and maybe every other member of this offense. But the wide receiver, if he's smart, will come up to that quarterback, tell him to forget about it. Let's move on to the next play.
Oh, excellent punt. Johnson takes it at the 43, tackled at the 43-yard line.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want none of this.
This is a fun game, and I think we're going to see a lot of interesting football before it's over. There he goes. Brought down at the 18-yard line.
He got just a little bit of daylight, and that's all he needed to turn that one into a big play.
First and 10. Ball on the 18-yard line. He scrambled. The 10. Tackle at the 6. Campbell's the kind of athlete that you can build your entire offense around. His athleticism, second to none. We'll see if they have an answer for him today.
Let's go, D.
He's taken down right around the 4-yard line.
That brings up second and goal.
Second down, goal to go. Ball on the 4-yard line. And down he goes at the 1.
That makes it third and goal.
He's tackled around the 4-yard line.
That's a loss of 3 yards. That brings us fourth and goal.
They're going to go for the easy 3 here. Trying to take the lead by a field goal. Kicks away, and he's got it. A quick update now. Here's Reese.
Georgia and Georgia Tech hooking up for some clean, old-fashioned hate. These two teams hate each other. Hate is such a strong word, but it really fits here. The Yellow Jackets lead 21-14.
I don't expect that score is going to hold, but boy, that would be an upset. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. Sends it sailing downfield. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. You never like to have to play from behind, but a deficit this manageable shouldn't be in the front of their minds. They just need to go out there and play. Runs it and tackled in the backfield.
Call it a loss of 1 yard on the play. That'll bring up second and 11.
We've got a second and 11. Ball on their own 24.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
He'll get it again. They'll bring him down around the 39-yard line. From their own 39-yard line, it's first down. They go to the left for a nice gain. He's going to try and scramble, and he's taken down at about the 49. First and 10. Ball on the 49-yard line. He fights forward to around midfield.
Gain 1 yard. That brings up second and 9.
Gains his way to the 40-yard line.
You know that saying, get your keys out because we're on a drive? Well, this offense right now is on a drive. I mean, this is their third first down. They're doing just about anything they want, and they're really starting to wear the psyche of this defense down.
Gets out to around the 28. Here's the 8th play of the series. He makes it to the 28-yard line.
That makes it second and 10.
From the 28-yard line, it's second down. Takes the ball right. Runs it right. Nice pickup. And this is the 10th play of the drive. There was some movement on the line.
False start, offense.
They'll line up for another third down play because of the penalty.
Well, here you're in a third down situation, and then someone makes a mental mistake. It makes your blood boil if you're a coach.
Third down now, and they need to get it to the 18.
Watch number 12. Watch number 12.
Throws quick to the receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Number 3 was the intended receiver on the play. That'll bring up 4th and 9.
He's looking to tie the ball game up with this one. He gets it up, and it's long enough, and he got it.
Yeah, he got some good leg behind it, and he kicked an accurate ball right between the goalposts.
And this one's knotted up at 3. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He just drills this one. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
Well, this has really been stingy by both of these defenses. The question is, can they keep this pace up, though?
I think that's a big challenge for them to be able to continue to play like this. Right now, the emotion of the game is favoring the two defenses, but I get a feeling it's a matter of time until one of these offenses starts clicking.
Nice run to the outside. That'll give him 1,000 yards rushing this season.
Well, anytime you have a dual-threat quarterback, especially one as talented as this guy, it's hard to defend. He just adds another element to the offense that teams aren't used to seeing.
And he's tackled around the 41-yard line.
Gain of 9 yards. First down.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on their own 41. And he hits him hard at the 41-yard line.
No gain. That makes it second.
We've played one. 3-3 tie. And And we're ready for more football here in quarter number 2. He makes it out to maybe the 43-yard line.
That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Third down now, and they need to get it inside the 49. Open receiver dropped.
Intended receiver on the play. That makes it 4th and 8.
Davis back to return it. They get this one off, and it's a beauty. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. You always want to go in the locker room with momentum, so as we get closer to halftime, I think we'll see more and more attempts to create big plays. They bring the quarterback down.
Loss of 6 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and long.
They find themselves in a hole here after that sack. It's 2nd and long. Hand off to the left. Nice run to the left there.
Gain of 6 yards. That brings us 3rd and 10.
He throws right. Hauls it in as he's pushed out of bounds.
That makes it 1st and
10. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 41. Goes over the middle, intercepted. Tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Spectacular play there by the linebacker to come away with that interception.
I don't even think the quarterback saw him on that play. He was right there waiting for the ball.
From the 43-yard line, 1st down. He's scrambling, and he is drilled at the 45.
Coaches don't like it when their quarterback gets hit like that. Don't be surprised to see the old coach get on his lineman to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
From the 45-yard line, 2nd down. Gets to about the 44-yard line.
That's a gain of 1 on the play. That makes it 3rd and 11.
The defense has got some of their best pass defenders on the field. They set up in the dime to counter that 5-wide receiver set. And they make the stop at about the 39-yard line.
That'll make it 4th and 6.
He gets it away, and this is a really nice punt. So this one goes into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. This is the point in the game where you don't want to make any mistakes that give the other guys a reason to feel more confident going into halftime. He makes it out to maybe the 23-yard line.
Gain of 3 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
From their own 23-yard line, 2nd down.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
he gets to about the 34-yard line. Stopped behind the line. The quarterback tried to do a little too much by himself.
Hey, maybe next time he'll get it out to the back so he can do something with it.
It's second down now and 14 to go. Ball on the 30-yard line.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Go. 648.
Tries to pitch it, and now the ball is loose. He makes it out to maybe the 29-yard line. They worked hard, and they got the turnover.
This is what it's all about. Defense taking advantage of an opportunity. They're pouncing on the loose ball.
You always want to go in the locker room with momentum, so as we get closer to halftime, I think we'll see more and more attempts to create big plays.
He's gobbled up in the backfield.
The offensive line needs to do a better job of not only handling the defensive linemen, but getting up to the linebackers. That way the ball carriers will have a little bit more room to get to that second level.
From the 31-yard line, it's second down. Gets out to around the 22.
Gain of 9 play. Third down.
Here comes the pressure. He launches one for the end zone. Through his hands.
Was the intended receiver on the play.
It's fourth down. So the field goal unit is on the field. They'll try for 3 points. This will make it a field goal game. It's up. No good. He missed it to the left. Let's get the latest now from Reese Davis.
Clean, old-fashioned hate. And that's putting it mildly. Georgia and Georgia Tech square off. We've been watching this thing all day long. The Yellow Jackets unleash their aerial assault and find pay dirt for a touchdown. Plenty of scoring, but we might as well be 0-0, tied at 28.
People were predicting some upsets this week, but I'd be shocked if that score holds up. Here comes the offense, hoping to erase the memory of the fumble on their last drive.
Anytime you give the ball away, it's a disappointment. So these guys want to show that they can hang on to it.
And he has it on the corner. Makes it out to about the 46. First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 46-yard line. Grabs a pitch, looking for the corner. Brought down at the 31-yard line. We've got a first and 10. Ball on the 31.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Here they come. Now he's going to run and watch out. Tackle around the 20-yard line. He might have a chance. He's taken down right around the 8-yard line. It's first down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here. And he just gets rid of it.
Even though they didn't sack him, the pressure was still enough to force a bad pass. If you can get in there and disrupt the pocket, then the quarterback is going to have a tougher time getting the ball to his playmakers.
He's in for the touchdown.
He just put his eyes on that end zone and ran with some real purpose there.
And he converts the extra point. A 6-play, 78-yard drive, and they get it in for 7.
Brad, that's one of those drives that can just tear your heart out. They can really demoralize a defense when they drive the ball down the field, and a lot of the yards came on the ground.
The score now, 10-3. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions.
He's on the run, and he's going to come up with a sack.
That's a loss of 5 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 15.
2nd down, 15 to go.
Ball on their own 20. He's tackled at the 28-yard line.
That's a gain of 8 on the play. That makes it 3rd and 7.
Catches it, but he steps out. He would have been better off letting that one go.
4th down.
Jordan is waiting for the snap. He really got a hold of that one. Heading for the corner. Davis fields it at the 26. Brought down at the 46.
Both offenses have played it pretty close to the best so far this one.
Yeah, because they've been so conservative, it's made it pretty easy for both of these defenses to be pretty dominant. Let's see an offense open it up and take a few chances.
So their last drive resulted in 6 points. Do you think we'll see the same result on this one?
They ran the ball extremely well on their last drive, and until this defense figures out how to stop it, I think they'll have no problem moving the ball down the field.
They'll bring him down
Around the 37-yard line.
That brings up 2nd and 9.
The Mountaineers will use their first time out of the half.
Short yardage situation here. It's 2nd down and 1. And he throws it away.
Great job by the defense at getting after that quarterback, and right now I think they've got him with some happy feet. He appears to be a bit rattled.
He scrambled, heading for the corner. Good tackle there in space. First and 10. Ball on the 23-yard line. Fires out to his receiver. And down he goes at the 12.
I'm really liking what I see from this guy. He's not afraid to go to the air on any down.
It's the tailback. And that sets them up with a 1st and goal. Now he's scrambling, and he's going to be sacked.
This kid just doesn't stop. That's his 2nd sack of the game.
That brings him 2nd and goal.
Now he tries to buy some time, and they got him.
Loss of 5 on the play. That makes it 3rd and goal.
And he's taken down
Around the 4-yard line.
So it's 4th down. This isn't much more than an extra point. And if they can connect on this one, that'll put them up by a couple of scores. He gets it up, and he's got it. Well, we've played a half of football. The Mountaineers with a 10-point lead.
We've played 30 minutes. Glad to have you with us on the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. David Pollack and I here in the studio to break down everything that just happened in your game. The Mountaineers' first half performance right on point. As a result, now up by a couple of scores. I'm not trying to call you some type of soothsayer or a guy who writes fortune cookies or something, but it was as if you saw this one coming.
Yeah, I guess go out and buy a lottery ticket should be my next job. But when you look at this club, they were on the edge. They were playing well, but they just made a few mistakes, and it cost them in some big ball games. But I feel like they're starting to get it together. It seems like they have an identity. It seems like they know who they are on offense, defense, and special teams. And you're starting to see this team really come together. And this is a team that you might want to look out for in the future.
Hey, man, you've already won the lottery. You've got this job.
What did I win?
Just about set to start the second half. What are you looking for?
I'm looking to see which team has that decided schematical advantage.
And if they can find it, they'll blow holes 3 or 4 axe handles wide. Brad and Kirk will be there to call the second half.
All right, Reese and David, thanks, guys. Second half action just about ready to start here. He really got a hold of that kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. The quarterback leads the offense back out onto the field as we get set to resume play. Might have been some early movement up front.
False start, offense.
Little stumbles like these can kill your offensive progress.
Still first down.
So the penalty will make it 1st and 15. Up the middle for a nice gain. Noel comes away with 5 yards on the carry.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Okay, just like that. Go, motion.
Well, the defense has to be very frustrated there. They did everything. They got to the quarterback. In fact, it looked like they had a chance to bring him down for the sack, and somehow he's able to throw the ball away.
3rd and 10 coming up. Ball on the 25-yard line. Tackled after a decent pickup.
That's good for a gain of 5 yards. That'll bring up 4th and 5.
Johnson is back deep to return the punt. And he's taken down at the 35-yard line. There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. And they got to him before he could get back to the line.
Well, that's just a good call from the defensive side of the football. They know what this team likes to run, and they got the better of them that time.
From their own 34-yard line, it's 2nd down. Got an opening. Missed tackle, and he's tackled at the 45-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 11 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
Scrambling around. It was the umpire that threw the flag, and generally, that's a holding penalty.
Holding offense.
Well, when holding is that
Still
obvious,
first down.
the official most definitely is going to bust you.
It's 1st down and a lot.
Mike 34, Mike 34.
He gets it out to about the 47-yard line.
That's a gain of 12 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 9.
Takes it up the middle for a nice run. So it's third down, and they've got about 2 yards to go. He wants it all, going long. Tackle made at about the 15-yard line.
Huge play for both the quarterback and receiver, but it all starts with the big fellas up front who provided the time to get the quarterback a chance to throw.
Got an opening. The 5. Breaks a tackle, and he'll score. Touchdown. Great call by the offensive coordinator.
Big-time play, taking that ball all the way in. Maybe the defense wasn't expecting a run.
Trying to get within a field goal. They'll try the point after. He splits the uprights with the extra point. Let's throw it out to Reese now for a studio update.
The Bulldogs try to wreck Tech in the clean, old-fashioned hate battle. This one's been entertaining us all day long. And for Georgia, they're sleepwalking through this thing. If they don't turn it around, they're going to get into a world of trouble. Back and forth we go, up and down the field. We're seeing a shootout, and it's all tied.
Well, if that score holds up, that would be water cooler talk on Monday morning. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. And he got all of this one. Great kick. He's to the 20. They'll bring him down at the 29. So now both teams come trotting back out onto the field.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Down.
He's to the 40. Gains his way to the 49-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 49.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Check. Disco Raver. Disco Raver.
Slings it, and they make the stop at the 34. First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 34. Handoff to the right. There's a fumble. Scoops it up. Good hustle there by the D lineman.
It's often an overused term when referring to defensive linemen, but that's what they mean when they talk about a guy has a motor that's running. He never quit, and he played to the whistle.
There's still plenty of time to keep running their offense as usual here. I don't think they need to feel any anxiety about trailing. They'll wrestle him down in the backfield.
That was just smash-mouth, helmet-to-chin football by the defensive line there. They dominated the point of attack.
From their own 33-yard line. Second down. Gets out to around the 45.
Gain of 12 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 1.
He has some room. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He goes down at the 22-yard line.
Gain of 33 on the play. First down.
Looking to capitalize on the big run. Now it's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, check back.
the middle.
Gain 5 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice run to the outside.
Gain 5 yards. First down.
From the 12-yard line. First down. He's into the open field. Touchdown. He showed some explosive power on that run to the end zone.
He's a very physical fullback, but he's got the grace of a halfback.
He makes the PAT. So that's a 6-play, 63-yard drive. And the result, 7 points.
And Brad, right now, the offensive line just winning the battle in the trenches, opening up some big running lanes.
So our score, 17-13. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Remember that lead they had in the first half, Kirk? That baby's gone.
This is amazing to think that these two teams have completely changed around the complexion of this football game. The question I have, can they respond? Can they fight back after all these things that have happened here in the second half?
He's to the 40. Gets out to around the 48.
That makes it 1st and 10.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 48. Under pressure. Steps out of bounds at the 48. They get 4 yards on that pass play.
You don't have to throw it deep to have success. Any sort of completion can help boost an offense's confidence.
Gains his way to the 39-yard line. From the 39-yard line, it's first down. He's taken down at about the 21. Brought down around the 26-yard line.
Loss of 5 yards on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 15.
2nd and 15. Ball on the 26-yard line.
3 down. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Go! 648!
Nice run, and he's brought down.
Called a gain of 5 yards. 3rd down.
It's our time. It's our time. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20.
He launches one for the end zone. He caught it. Touchdown.
Excellent play here by the quarterback, making the proper reads and finding his playmaker for the score.
Trying to go up by 3. They'll kick the extra point. And he hits the PAT. Time for an update from the studio. Reese, what have you got?
The Bulldogs and Yellow Jackets. Clean, old-fashioned hate. Let's take yet another peek at this game. The Yellow Jackets' rushing attack can be difficult to stop, and they get into the end zone for a touchdown. The Yellow Jackets on top by 3. Elsewhere, the slogan is Virginia is for lovers. Not much loving going on between the Cavaliers and the Hokies in the battle for the Commonwealth Cup. Rivalry is the essence of the sport, and cutting the other guy's guts out, figuratively, of course, makes it all the more pleasurable. Virginia Tech gets the W, 20-17.
Just a field goal difference, Reese, 20-17 here. They line up to kick this one away. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Kirk, you and I like seeing points. We're seeing points in this third quarter. This has been fun.
And I think it's going to continue, Brad. I think the adjustments that were made at halftime have allowed these quarterbacks to go out and really be able to take command of how they want to attack each defense. It's going to come down to that final drive.
This deficit can be easily overcome, sure. But they have to be thinking if they don't get something going on this series, the burden is going to be felt by their defense. They'll bring him down at the 34-yard line.
That's a deep play. That brings up 2nd and 1.
Short yardage situation here. It's 2nd down and 1. 5 wide. And he carries the ball for a nice gain. So the option keeper will get him a 1st down.
It's a very well-executed option play. The blocking was there, and the quarterback made the correct decision to keep it himself and get the 1st down.
He gets out to about the 38-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
From their own 38-yard line. 2nd down. Now he tries to buy some time. And down he goes at the 40. Caught, open field. Tackle at around the 48-yard line.
4th down.
Jordan is the punter. They get this one off, and it's a beauty. So this one goes into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And for Noel, it's been a fun afternoon.
Well, I guarantee you there's nobody having more fun than the big guys up front just dominating the line of scrimmage. This guy has such powerful legs, as we've seen all day today. An arm tackle's not going to bring him down. You've got to get in front of him and wrap him up to have any chance of slowing him down.
And how about the fact that his efforts have them leading a game that most thought they couldn't win?
It's early in this game, so the defense can still have an opportunity to make some adjustments. But if things don't turn around in a hurry, it's really going to start to affect the psyche of that defensive line.
And they'll get him in the backfield.
You've got to admire the intensity that these linebackers bring to the table. As soon as he saw it was staying on the ground, he made a beeline for the ball carrier.
That's 3 down and 1 to go. The Mountaineers with a 3-point lead. Back in this very pivotal 4th quarter.
3 down. Mike 20.
And he's tackled after positive yardage. From their own 22-yard line. It's 3rd down. Flares it and almost had it intercepted.
Wells was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 4th and 8.
Johnson awaiting the return. He's got the corner. Gets to about the 47-yard line.
Right, this has been a great game to watch. A lot of competitive spirit out there. The offenses seem to be going up and down the field. Back and forth we go. I think the winner will be which defense can make that pivotal stop to secure a victory.
You know this is a real crucial time in the game. It could still go either way. He's going to try and scramble. He's at the 30. He's tackled right around the 26-yard line.
1st down.
from the 26-yard line. First down. Fires in a hurry. Interception. He steps up and makes a big turnover.
Yeah, he just made a huge play right there. He knew what was coming all along.
We've got a first and 10. Ball on the 40-yard line.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Ready. Check. 98 wins.
He gets sacked on the play.
Boy, Brad, that was a big hit on the quarterback. I'm going to be interested to see how he responds from this hit and whether or not he comes after his offensive lineman and challenges them to start playing a little bit better.
Defense looking for another sack in this second down and long situation. They hand it off. They go to the left for a nice gain.
Call it a gain of 4 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 13.
Quick throw. And it's incomplete.
Wells was the intended receiver on the play. That'll bring up 4th and 13.
Johnson back to return it. Johnson takes it to 25. Tackle made at the 32-yard line. Both teams realize that when the ball is snapped, we're one play away from a very different ball game. He gets it out to about the 47-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 15 yards. First down.
First and 10. Ball on the 47-yard line.
Mike 34, Mike 34.
He's got an opening. There's a missed tackle. And he's tackled at the 45-yard line.
That's a gain of 4 on the guard. That makes it 2nd and 2.
Going for it all to the end zone. Doesn't get there.
That has to be frustrating for him because as a wideout, you love every chance to go deep and do something big.
So it's 3rd down, and they've got about 2 yards to go. There are 5 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. Tackle made at the 39-yard line.
Number 34 makes the tackle at the 39-yard line. That makes it 1st and 10.
They'll spread the field with 5 wide. Decent run here, right side.
Gain of 7 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Second down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. And he's taken down at the 26-yard line.
Number 17 brings him down at the 26-yard line. First down.
Quick throw to the tight end, and he hits him hard at the 12-yard line.
Reception. Call it a gain of 14 yards.
This is the 8th play of this drive. Nice run there. Campbell picks up about 7 yards on the option keeper.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're about 4 yards away here on second down. And they got him for a loss.
That makes it 37.
This is the 10th play of this drive. Delivers to the halfback on the screen. Touchdown, and now they're in front. They decided to go to the running back on that touchdown pass.
Just a nice job by the quarterback of showing great patience here, going through his progressions, finally finding the back to get into the end zone.
And he converts the extra point. Reese Davis is standing by with this update. Reese?
A house divided, families divided, a state divided. Alabama and Auburn in the Iron Bowl. The Tigers take to the air to strike first with a touchdown. The Tigers lead 7-0.
And we thank you, Reese Davis. Back to the action here. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. Excellent kick. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. It's been a good day for this defensive lineman, really showing off his skills.
Well, this guy seems to just be the spark plug for this defense. They seem to go when they play depending on the vibe and energy that he brings. And today, boy, he is bringing. And he's been able to get to the quarterback now a couple times as well.
And right now, he's looking to help them keep up their intensity so they can stay on a winning track. You know this is a real crucial time in the game. It could still go either way. And they make the stop right around the 34. They go with a run, and that'll be a gain of 9.
That brings up 2nd and 1.
It's 2nd down now, and they're just a few feet away from that first down marker. And they get him in the backfield for a loss.
I think sometimes offenses forget to even include corners as defenders and tacklers because a lot of corners just want to be out there and playing against the pass. But this is a corner that they have got to be responsible and remember in the future that he's got to be involved in being able to come up with a blocking scheme. This time they just let him go, and he's athletic and strong enough to come up and make a play.
And they get nice yardage on that run. From their own 40-yard line. First down. They hand it off again. Makes it out to about the 50.
That's good for a gain of 10 yards. That'll make it 2nd and inches.
Less than 3 minutes in the game. And a quick throw.
It's a great job here by the quarterback of recognizing the outside linebacker blitz and delivering the football for a first down.
First and 10. Ball on the 33-yard line.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20.
That's a great tackle at the 31.
That's a gain of 2. That brings up 2nd and 9.
Somebody jumped early down there.
False start, offense.
Just a mental lapse, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Still second down.
We've got a 2nd and 14. Ball on the 36-yard line. Here's a quick throw. Makes the grab and steps out right away.
I'll tell you something. I'm loving this quarterback's confidence more and more as this game goes on. He's really throwing the ball with some purpose.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 21. Knocked out of bounds around the 3-yard line.
That makes it first and goal.
And this is the 9th play of the current drive. They're crowding the line. Brought down at the 2. A 1-yard gain by the halfback.
That brings up second and goal.
From the 2-yard line, it's second down. Less than 2 minutes in the fourth quarter. Touchdown, and that's going to give them the lead. Wow, did they need that one. So the kicker will line up here and try to give his team a 3-point lead with this extra point. And he hits the PAT. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. Sends it sailing downfield. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Campbell's got an opportunity to win this game. This defense has got to come up with something to try to rattle him a little bit.
It's going to be exciting to see if this defense could slow him down, because I'll tell you right now, if they don't put pressure on him, they're going to give up a winning score, and it's going to cost them the game.
The offense will be hoping they can move the ball as well as they did on their last drive.
This quarterback right now is in a rhythm, and a lot of that has to do with his preparation. You can see right now with the reads that he's being able to make, getting the football out of his hands, that he's feeling very, very confident in his ability to throw the football against this defense.
Second and 5.
Now he's scrambling. They bring the quarterback down.
Boy, this pass rush is sometimes scary. They're really getting after the quarterback now.
That brings us third and 10.
They really need to pick up this 3rd and long here in the fourth quarter. Well, that's just a huge stop right there here late in the fourth quarter in a game this tight. That might be one we look back on later and say that won the ball game. Under a minute left. And he tackles him hard at the 40-yard line. The offense calls a timeout. That was their second timeout. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 40. Pulls it in, and he's in the open field. He's taken down around the 47-yard line.
Gain of 7 on the play. That'll bring up second and 3.
And he stops the clock with a spike.
That makes it 3rd and 3.
And he throws it away. The defense got some pressure and forced a bad pass.
I think they've been a little bit more aggressive here with their pass rush, and that time it paid off with an incompletion.
Well, they're looking for another 4th down conversion. They've already gotten one this drive. In the shotgun and 5 wideouts. Tackle at the 45.
Gain of 8 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
Delta! Delta! Set! Red 88! Red 88!
Passes back across his body, but nobody there. Here's play number 10 on the drive. He scrambled. They'll bring him down around the 35-yard line. The offense calls a timeout, and now they got no timeouts left. This to take us to overtime.
Well, they didn't pick up the first down, but he saw that no one was open, so he made the right decision to tuck it and run.
The kick is away, and he got it! Mountaineers will use their first time out of the half. Looks like they're ready for the kick. He really got a hold of that kick. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Late in the fourth quarter now, game is tied. Which coach can outcoach the other? It's a chess match right now. And I think they're going to take one last shot at the end zone here. Going deep, lays it out there. That close to being intercepted. And that's the end of the fourth quarter, and we're going to take this deadlock into overtime. And we're back ready now for overtime.
Two down. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20.
And down he goes at the 14-yard line. From the 14-yard line, it's first down. He's tackled at about the 11.
That's a gain of 3 on the play. That'll make it second and 7.
Double tight. Two down. Mike 20. Go.
Takes it up the middle for a nice run. Third down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. Run, and he's brought down. Everybody bunched up tight defensively. Quick pass tight end, and he wasn't ready for it.
Freeman was the intended receiver on the play.
From the 1-yard line, second down. Touchdown.
It's a brand new ball game once you get to overtime, and this was a really big score. These guys have taken charge. Now it's their game to win.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. From the 25-yard line, first down. They'll make the sack.
The defenders played the snap count perfectly. They found the path into the backfield and didn't let the quarterback get away.
He might not be able to get the pass off, and they get the sack.
The protection broke down. The defense was in the backfield in a hurry, and they brought the quarterback down. Nice play.
Third down, and they need to get it to the 15. Wants to go long and does. This one will fall incomplete.
Mobley was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 4th and 1.
Mike 35.
Gets it out quickly. And he's tackled around the 38-yard line. And this one comes to an end. Our final count in this game, the Mountaineers 34, the Chanticleers 27. That does it for this edition of NCAA Football 14. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Brad Nessler saying so long.